back. We're back. We're back because I was bored and several other reasons, which I will list momentarily. One, avoiding doing my taxes. So, really, that's the only reason I need. But, hello everybody. I felt like going live again today. Hello. I was bored. And I missed you guys because I had so many days off from streaming when I was in my traveling phase, which I'm not out of yet. I miss these just little late night talking into the hours kind of streams. And my lighting for nighttime, it's just a matter of flipping the exposure as soon as the sun disappears. This is not bad, right? With the sign in the back. I've been trying to move my feet to show the void. She's purring aggressively too right now, which means she's very happy. I learned so many things about cats recently that gave me a couple lessons on this one. One, I didn't know. I love you dearly, but I have a headache and I'm gonna go to sleep. Girl, sleep it off. Take like 3 Advil. They recommend 2. I'm not a doctor. I take 3 when I have a headache. Oh, I won't talk about anything really juicy without you. We'll just chit chat. We'll keep it light. Did you know that black cat kittens, when they have like lots of speckled in silver hairs, and maybe this is just a thing. I Googled it to check if it was real because someone told me it was real. And Google kind of seemed like it was real, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't look too far into it. It means that the mother was stressed when they had the baby. Late night Twitter gang, but Twitch. It was only a matter of time. I do Q&As on Twitter. I used to do Q&As on Tumblr, but for my mental health, I turned it on off. People really lose that backbone when you can't be anonymous anymore. Now we're doing late night gang, but on Twitch. Toxic Bandit, thank you for subscribing. But yes, what I learned about black cats, when they pop out as little babies with a ton of little silver hairs, apparently means the mom was stressed. She was loaded in silver hairs. That's why she still has a bunch of speckled in little white hairs. Some of them never turned. She was the speckliest. That's kind of why I adopted her. Her kitten picture, I was floored. It won me over. Hilarious when I got to meet her for the first time. Didn't look anything like the picture. I got catfished by my cat. She was pure black with like the little white speckles, but she wasn't the silvery color anymore. I'm just the idiot who didn't know that was just a kitten thing, which is fine. I wasn't upset by the way she looked. It's just funny that she didn't look at all like the picture, which is just what made me want to see her in the first place. Fell in love with her as a person cat after I met her. But pure black fur and yellow eyes. Her baby pictures were blue eyes. That one I kind of saw coming because black cats very, very frequently will have blue eyes as a baby. Very not often at all will keep those. They change, just like people babies. I don't know what else to call those. We'll be born with like sometimes a light color eye and then it'll change later. I never paid, I think I was born with brown eyes, but I was born incredibly pale. I wish so badly I could show you this picture of me and my siblings, all of our matching pictures from us being a year old. Dude, good cat vibes. Thank you for joining Late Night Gang, Rifkin. So over our mantelpiece in our old home, I actually don't know where these pictures are now. Me, my 2 sisters, and my brother all had our baby pictures at a year old. My oldest sister's was so old that it is in sepia. It isn't in color. So I don't, but we do know, and she takes after her mom and my dad is a very dark, like very tanned Italian man. She took after that, but is half sister, so maybe not. There's some genes there that I didn't get at all. Fair enough. My other brother and sister, super tan babies, super dark hair, really dark eyes, tan babies, like tan. Me? Oh, also all teeny. Me, so white, the palest, so translucently and fat. I was so fat as a 1-year-old. They called me the Hungarian butterball because my other 2 My brother and sister came out looking Italian. They had dark features, like dark hair and eyebrows and eyes, and then like tanner skin. And then me came out looking very Hungarian, very much, and fat. Although I was the littlest baby when I like first popped out. But it's just funny because there's so many jokes in my family about me being adopted, but like a little too many where I'm like, if I didn't have my own birth certificate right here in this apartment, I'd be concerned. Because I also, growing up, didn't look like any of my siblings. I think, no, I don't even look like my grandmother. There was one picture of me as a child where I was like, I kind of look like grandma. A little. It's right, your mom ran out of ink. Oh my God, that's funny. That's so funny. Did you drink an energy drink? No. However, I did have a second cup of coffee. I'm just awake and I'm bored. And that was a good joke. I really would love to ask my mom where those pictures are. If she could take a picture of like the whole set. I just think it's hilarious to look at. Although now growing up, I'm not so much paler than my siblings. We all kind of evened out. If they're not in the sun constantly, they're not very tan at all. And I'm in the sun enough where I have like some color. So I'm not just actually see-through. Are you the youngest? Yes. I have 2 sisters, 1 brother. Am youngest. RLS Spooky, thank you for gifting 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Dude, I love your makeup. Thank you. I touched it up since earlier so that hopefully we're not sitting here with 4 different oil blot sheets just stuck all over. Although I'm so happy these came today because I would swear by these. Bethany Rosalind, thank you for the prime. You've helped me this week. Also, what do you use for your curly hair? I have had a big struggle with finding products that work for my curly hair because not only is my hair curly, not super tightly at all, but curly and really fine. Super fine, really, really like soft, fine hair. So most products for curly hair are just too heavy. And I either end up looking like a little grease ball because it was just too much of an oil or a cream, and it just would weigh my hair down a lot. But not your mother's curl gel. That one I've actually even been able to use what I would consider a lot, which is like a whole quarter size like squirt of curling gel. You squish it all in, like flip your head upside down, squish it in, like do the scrunching thing you do with curly hair to make it like kind of, form the curl. Flip it over, put the part where you want it, fix, whatever, and let it dry. It's going to be crunchy. You have to crunch it all out. I didn't know this growing up because I used to put stuff like this in my hair as like a teen, and we left our hair crunchy. Girls who didn't have much of a curl or just a very light wave would use gel like this in high school and then like 2000s, but they'd leave it crunchy. I didn't know you could uncrunch it, but you do. You squish it all again after it's all dry, and then it's soft. And I didn't know that. I thought you had to live with a crunch. You don't. It comes out. Miss Jessie soft gel. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. I have been getting very into, in my adult age, buying in bulk because I found the things that work. I got this attitude mostly from my skincare, like my skin issues. I found the thing that works. Let me buy dozens of it and never need to ever like shop around for another product. Because first of all, exploring different products to find one that works for you is expensive because you're going to buy ones that don't work all the time. Works for somebody else. You're like, you know what? I feel like our hair might be the same. Maybe it'll work for me. And then it doesn't. And then it's a waste. You give it to somebody, you donate it, but you got to buy another product. So when I find one that works for me, let me buy 10 at once and I don't have to think about it again. It's too much of a hassle. And also I don't have enough room for thoughts that I don't need to have. If I can eliminate a few, make life a little bit easier, let me do that. Dude. If I were to, okay, wait, this is fun. If I were to give you a smell, I think you would either smell like vanilla or lavender or like hazelnut coffee creamer. The last one sounds warm and I like it. Lavender's not my favorite scent of like floral scents. Vanilla I vibe with. I dig that. What do I smell like? I feel like I smell like a billion different things because all my different like hair products all smell different. You really can't, and they don't. Does anyone else, like, I don't feel like I smell it later in my hair. Does my hair smell good, actually? Oh, I'm so sad I can't reach it. No, that's not gonna work. All right, I'll have to figure that out later. I want to kind of do it. I want to, now that I've said I don't like shopping around for products because it's a waste of money, because you try a bunch that you won't like, I want to try out a bunch of different scents and find a new perfume that's my scent. I guess that's not expensive because you go to the mall and you just spray a bunch of them. Although they're really weird about perfume right now because of COVID. Like, they don't have a bunch of testers out for people to spray, which makes sense, but just now I can't go on this venture right now and I have to wait. It's kind of a bummer. But I use Gucci Guilty. I feel like she should smell like daisies. Y'all are too nice. I smell like sunscreen. That's a good smell, though. That's a smell that'll send you back to a memory really deep in your childhood from, like, going to the beach. If you were someone who could do that if you didn't live, like, landlocked. I could only ever live near a beach, personally. Everywhere I've lived has been within an hour or less of a major city, within an hour or less of the beach. Those are my two requirements for life. And sun. Plenty of sun in my apartment. I am a plant. And water. Ocean smells nice. A lit candle, thank you for subbing with your prime. Labor, thank you for the 100 bits. Shan Hoot, thank you for gifting. Oh my god, did I miss this 4 minutes ago? 5 subs. Oh wait, did I read those ones? Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I thought it happened again. Do you like bread crust? It's my least favorite part, but I've started to eat it lately. But when I get to like the end and I have just the corner of crust left, I don't eat that because I want my last bite to be a good bite. And crust as a last bite's just no good. But I will eat it up to that point because when I make a sandwich, cut it fancy in triangles because it makes me feel a little bit more polished as an adult sometimes. Any late night snacks? I haven't had any snacking yet, actually. I'm pretty impressed. Haven't gotten hungry. Do have a lot of pouches of hot pickles on the ready. One pouch is about 30% of the day's sodium. That seems high. Too high that it was a bad idea to have 3 yesterday. And then I wonder why I have skin problems and will continue to complain. However, we'll eat another 3 pouches later. I won't, I promise. They were just really good and really addicting. Pickles, if anyone is someone who likes to snack on pickles as a snack, it's so addicting because they have that like, they're just so good. They have that like saltiness to it, but this is why I have the problem with chips too, probably saltiness. I don't know. Pickles are great as a snack. You look like a wizard from Harry Potter. Who's the lady? The lady. Draco's mom. I look like her. I think. I don't remember her name. Are pickles and cucumbers the same thing? No. What? What? First of all, they can be from cucumbers. The act of pickling a cucumber would yield a pickle. You can also pickle other things. I like pickling. I gotta get back into pickling. Wait. I have so many of these, and I'm never using more than one at a time. So I'm going to use a few of my jars, and I'm going to make pickles again, because I still have all of the ingredients. All I need is the things I want to pickle, which I was doing green beans, carrots, cauliflower, really good. Onions, I did. And next, someone told me I should do eggs, but what do you do with a pickled egg? It would yield a pickle. It sounds like Stardew. I've been thinking about Stardew lately. I want to play it, but I kind of want to start over. Is that so bold of me? Because I'm like way endgame in my current world. I'm missing just like the $2 million scepter to teleport around. And I'm not digging the island house, but I like going to the island because I want to unlock the story. But I keep fainting there and then waking up there in the morning and then my crops die at my main house. It's a whole thing. But I kind of want to start a new one and pick a whole new person to date, make a whole new character. Again, because we did do this already, actually. I did start a new one, and I named my character Mickey Jones. And that was really fun. And I do want to still finish dating Haley because I want to believe that it's worth it. I want to believe she might be redeemable if you get to know her well enough. 6 hearts in, no hope so far. But I believe that it gets better, I hope. But I kind of want to date somebody else in my third one. Someone like I wouldn't expect to pick. Like I wouldn't even want to pick. I just want to know what their story's going to end up being. And then I bet you I'm surprised. I'll be like, wow, can't believe I overlooked you at first. I farmed so many parsnips for you, bro. Parsnips is not even where the money is at, Rifkin. Jeez. I don't know what's worth money in that game. But I've been playing Terraria lately, and holy cow, is that game so fun. You know what I love? You know what? Have we all been here long enough where we remember me complaining about fishing in every game? Have we been here for that? I hated fishing. I hated it. Hated it in Animal Crossing. Hated it the most of any skill in RuneScape when I was playing that. That one's still pretty bad. Hated it. You know what my favorite thing in video games is now is fishing. I don't know what happened. I love fishing. I could fish and I did, for hours in Terraria because I wanted crates. Maybe it's the loot crate obsession and like addiction in me talking, but I loved fishing in Terraria and pulling crates out. And now I love fishing in every other game that I play. Fishing in WoW, fun. Fishing in Minecraft, used to hate that, fun. It's so nice and it's peaceful. And you know what I would never do in real life? Fish. No offense to anyone that actually likes fishing in the real world. I could not do it. I don't want to touch them when they're all flopping around. I don't want to hurt them. I would throw them back if I did do it, but I know that I might have hurt them, and I don't have the heart. So one thing I would never do, fishing. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? I fished so much in New World. I'm kind of sad that I missed trying out New World. I don't know why I get a little bit turned away from a game that has like a ton of hype, but then maybe it's a little bit of sad in me because I'm like, I don't want to ask anyone to play with me, and no one's asked me yet to play with them. But then also sometimes I say no because I get scared. So it's a me problem. It's my fault. And then I skip playing the game until no one's playing it anymore. And that's on anxiety. Fishing in New World. But no one's playing that anymore, are they? Really? Are they? Because I don't hear about it anymore. Maybe they are. I mean, sure, some people are. But I have seen so many MMOs come and go. I've been around a long time, everyone. I am 28 years old. I have seen so many MMOs start and end and never come back. It makes you feel better. New World definitely fell off. I don't know what the secret is. It's not that it's a bad game, because it sounds like everyone really loved it. I don't know how you keep an MMO alive like WoW and RuneScape managed. RuneScape's hanging on by a thread, let's be honest. But I thought you were 12. You're 28. Yes. Don't compliment me on it. I want a new attitude of it isn't a compliment to look younger than you are, because it implies there's something wrong with looking the age that you are, and there isn't. But thank you. How much jewelry do you own? That's actually funny that you asked that, because I just purged most of it yesterday. I'm not big on jewelry. Also, if you've been around a while, you'll know I wear one necklace ever at a time. It was the star one for a really long time. I wear it until it's no good. This is the star necklace. Most of them have turned black, at least on all of the corners and edges. The clasp is black. I wore it too much, because when I like a thing, I wear it. Is this an ADHD thing or just a me thing, that I like when I find a thing that I like to only use that one thing until it's destroyed and I can't use it anymore? Same for like all of the products in my bathroom. If I find one that works for me, I will use it unless it changes. Now it's the little pearl one. That's it. I have this ring. I have a bunch. I put them over there. I'm finally using... I have a little cat hair on my nose. I can't get it. I have a little cactus jewelry holder that I just cleaned out and put all my jewelry on now. But what's going to happen is I'm going to forget to put the jewelry on. I had decided on a set of rings for my everyday wear, and I already got too lazy, and we're back to just this guy. But the necklace... Usually I'll sleep in it and shower in it. That's really what probably killed this guy. I'm not going to lie. This one I'm not, because I already broke it once and I had to fix it. So I've at least gotten around to taking it off when I sleep. I'm trying to be efficient, dude. Have a set of jewelry picked out for everyday wear and never change from that. And every morning your jewelry is decided for you. And your necklace is already on if you sleep in it. That's efficient. Saving time to putting my necklace on. You look taller. Did you get your booster seat? I just booped my microphone. This is my booster seat still. I think it does. I did also tilt the camera just so there's a little sliver of wall there. But, yeah, no, I'm sitting on the booster seat. I am. I'm just too small. It's my chair, really. I'm also still too small if I'm not sitting on my feet, but luckily I'm a psycho and I'm always sitting on my feet if I'm in this chair. Either like cross-legged or just on one leg. The amount of height I lose. I like how the title already answered the question I was gonna ask. That's why I put it there. I don't know how many times I've ever gone live twice in a day. Probably very few times. I could probably count on one hand. It doesn't happen. But I was just bored and wanted to hang out. There's not a lot of hanging out activities happening too frequently these days, you know what I mean? So I wanted to have a hangout night with a ton of friends, an unsafe amount of friends, and now I am doing that. Check out that 6-foot energy, though. And do I have tall people energy? Because I've been told I do. Somebody said I give 5'6" energy, and honestly, that's enough for me. But to be told that I give tall people energy, because Megan says that she gives the tall people energy and I don't, but I was the alpha in our household, so I think I had the tall people energy. Boredom does wonders. Dude, you're like 5'11" at heart, I can tell. That means a lot. Because I was 5'4", and I actually just remembered that the doctor told me I was 5'3", so I'm mourning a loss of an inch of height. 5'2" over here. Listen, we're short queens. We're adorable. We can fit in people's pockets. And it's fun. Honestly, I get scared when I'm in heels and too high up, so I'm better off close to the ground where it's safe for me and I cannot get hurt. Thank you very much. We did this in the stream earlier today. We went through, everyone's putting their heights in the chat. Don't put your age. Don't do it. Short queens. Dude. Is that a shovel in? I did have pocket t-shirts that had shovel in your pocket. Remember, that was old merch. Remember that? That one might still be on my Instagram really, really far back. If you looked hard enough, I think. New merch? In the spring, yes. In the spring, yes. I'm working on it. Didn't you say you're going back to the UK soon? I feel like I heard that on the stream. I did say that, and I am doing that. I'm going back because I got so sick last time. I have the means to go again, and I have a place to stream from this time. What are you looking at? Can I boop? Thank you. Hit this goal to give the cat a boop. That's what I should redo it. I had that one in there already yesterday. Is it time for a new one already? I mean, we didn't even hit the goal for blowing a kiss, so I'm going to boop the cat the next time we have a goal. I decided I wanted to make these fun. I have a black cat and she's on my bed right now. No, we have two ends of a void in the universe is what we have. That's really everyone in here who has a black cat right now. We're all connected through holes in the void in the universe. So, shout out to you. Let me know what kind of treats come out of the void or disappear into it, because I've been missing some things, ma'am. You know, she's actually never been the kind of cat to take things and hide them in a hiding place. A lot of cats have a hiding place, and a lot of people, when they move a piece of furniture that doesn't usually get moved, find a pile of just trash and junk and cat toys and hair ties, lint balls. You never know. The little plastic thing on bread, those. These are just things she likes to eat and play with. She doesn't actually take things to hide them at all. Honestly, I mean, she's kind of a lazy cat. She just looked at me so sweet. You are the love of my life. I love you. She turns 4 this year. Whoa, you're old. You're turning 4. 4 years with me. 4 years with me. Oh, that big yawn. This cat right here. This cat right here. Now she hates me. Don't put a pull in my sweater, please. Thank you. Okay. Ugh. Every time I had a rough night or was having a rough go of things, I would come home, I would crawl into bed where my cat usually was, or just would crawl into bed, and soon after she would come and follow, and I would hold her, and I would squeeze her, and I would say, you and me. It's you and me. We got each other. She hates me, though. She's high-fiving me, I swear. I shouldn't have done this because she was sleeping peacefully, and now she's going to go into play mode, and I'm streaming, which is not going to be a good time because I'm going to ignore her mostly. Do you want to play? Actually, there's a toy right here, but I don't think she wants to. I think she wants to sleep. She did high-five. It was just a high-five, I swear. What's happening there? Cats get such a bad rap. Who started that? One guy started that. One guy who had a bad experience with a cat. Started the crusade against cats. Magic Life, bring it in for a hug. I've just been reminded I got my booster shot today. It's actually pretty good. I think that something I learned when I got the vaccine was they said, like, move your arm a lot, even if it hurts really bad. Maybe not really bad, but, like, keep it moving and it'll hurt less and, like, for a shorter amount of time. And it feels pretty good already. I had no symptoms from any of my shots. I am lucky. I felt absolutely nothing. Just a sore arm. Universe, void, bread, and cats. Bread? Why do cats love bread so much? I keep seeing TikToks of cats going just absolute gremlin mode on a loaf of bread. What's up with that? You don't... I give her a little piece of bread sometimes. I eat things and I try to give her a little crumb of what I'm eating. Things that would be fine for her, but also most things in a little crumb are okay. But like a little piece of bread, a little chip. She doesn't eat it anyway. She doesn't want to try people food when I try and give her little things. She doesn't want it. Wants her cat food only. Are you streaming so late? Well, for me, it's only 10 p.m. And in my opinion, that's early. And I was bored. And that is all. She's on high alert now. I did this. Why do they like fruit? She doesn't like fruit. Their eggs are really good for cats. Like, make them a little scrambled egg. She doesn't like eggs. Yogurt can be really good for cats. Tell you they have you, like, give cats medicine sometimes in yogurt or something. Doesn't like it. Big nope. My cats love Go-Gurt. I just imagine a little tube of Go-Gurt and you're just, like, hand feeding your cat. Just looking a little... Uh-oh, she's gone. Uh-oh. What's going on? You know what's happening tonight? Why I might be, like, in a mood of, like, wanting to do something? Because I was watching Queer Eye. Cried a few times. At least once per episode. Sometimes more. Someone in my building. There are 4 units in this building. It's very small. It's just 4 people who live here. Or, like, 4 different units of people. One of them is absolutely blasting Game of Thrones. And the bass is rattling my floor every time the intro plays on a new episode. First of all, buddy, you're way late and it is not worth it. Trust me on that. But second, I got my downstairs. I didn't tell this story, and this is part of the reason why I also want to bring him cookies, but we're already cool. My downstairs neighbor got a little bit mad at me one day because I was going downstairs with a friend in the hallway to leave. Or no, we were coming in And I don't think it was 1 a.m., but he said it was 1 a.m. You know what? He probably was right, but he was a little upset at us because we were a little bit loud. And that echo, the hallway echoes so bad. So the person I was with was a little bit heavy-footed in the footstep department. And so it was a bit loud that we were coming in. And he got upset at us. He came out and he was like, hey, could you be quiet? It's 1 a.m. A little bit more aggressive. He was definitely upset. He was probably asleep. Valid. Have since made up because when I first moved in, left him a letter being like, hey, I don't know how loud I am up here. Let me know if I'm ever too loud. Shoot me a text. He hadn't opened that yet. Did I tell this story? He hadn't opened that letter yet until after this incident happened. And then he texted me. He was like, I'm sorry about that night. I've been living here a while and you're doing fine. Sometimes I hear you, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. And then he said, come by anytime. So then I was like, maybe I should bring him Christmas cookies to like really wrap up this storyline that's really has a lovely ending to it. But what was the point of this? Oh, I get yelled at in this building. I move in for like a month. How's no one said anything? Was this guy playing Game of Thrones so loud? I don't care, but I'm just surprised that no one else cares either. Just especially with the intro. I can hear a male talking. Actually, I believe it is Jon Snow. That's how clearly I can hear. And I can't really hear it, but I can feel it. I can feel the bass, and it feels like the bass of Jon Snow's voice. But the intro is really when it's loud. I bet you guys can hear it when it happens. Jon Snow. Dude, opinions on milk? I will not say anything farther than absolutely no. That's it. If I listen really hard, I could probably word for word tell you what, like, I probably could pinpoint what scene he's on. I bet. I really bet. No, I don't feel like it. I don't want to have to rethink about any of these scenes ever again. If you never watched Game of Thrones, honestly, it was really good for a while, but I don't really think the whole journey is worth it too much, rather than just, like, read the books, or even just the Wikipedia about the show. Because it's a lot of time to spend on a show at this point that I would be like, yeah, I wouldn't do it anymore. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend it. Is there a point that you could watch it to and then just, no, nah, I wouldn't do it. It's just a lot of time. If you want to spend your time that way, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't personally do it again. And if I could go back and undo it, I'd probably prefer to use those hours on something else. Any other show could have been finished if I could snap my fingers and unwatch Game of Thrones, but have gotten that time to finish a different show that I haven't finished. I would finish any one of the animes I've started. I would finish Lost. Oh, if with a snap of the fingers, if I could finish Lost with that time, oh my God, I'd prefer that because I was so into it and then I stopped halfway through because this is just the way that I am. But I would have rather had that time be spent on Lost. But, you know, I have been told the ending of that show is not so great either. However, I did decide that this is some way that I would like to spend my time, and someone else would probably be like, it's not worth it. You're going to get to the end and be like, I wish I could snap my fingers and use that time on a whole different show. I decided this show. I'm gonna finish it. And that's Mika's fault. She's the one that introduced me to Lost, and I am so deep into, like, I think season 5? I don't remember. Maybe even farther. The numbers don't mean anything to me anymore when I watched 24 episodes in a day. Ow. Have you played Unpacking? I never heard of that. What's that? Is that a new game? Is it fun? Is it comfy? Is it stressful? Is it scary? Ooh, I was watching another Matt Pat game theory video because I just like kind of got in the mood after that Five Nights at Freddy's stream. And I was watching the game theory about a game that's first chapter had come out with like a big blue toy guy. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe someone will tell me it before I even get to pulling up the video. But I want to play it. Although now I've watched him talk about it. Not that it matters. Poppy Playtime? Poppy Playtime. At least to play the first chapter so that when the second one comes out, I could be ready. Because that seems like a cool game to like follow the story of. Go down that rabbit hole. Because Five Nights at Freddy's got real weird. Got a little bit wonky towards the end, didn't it? There's doubles of everything. 2 different crying children. 2 different purple people. I forget all the others, but there were a lot of duplicates of everything. It just got really confusing. I don't know, man. 2 daughters. Too much to keep track of. I could have a good crack there, and I did not. I do want to finish the Bendy and the Ink Machine one, too, because I also only played one chapter of that, and they did come out with all the rest of them, and I didn't play them. Oh, yeah, now there's 2 yellow bunnies, too. There's just a lot. It's a lot. Hey. Oh, you're good. I thought she was scratching a piece of furniture she's not supposed to, but she was scratching one of the ones she is allowed to. Have you played Riddle School? Nope. What was the other game that was brought up that I immediately derailed the entire conversation from? Unpacking? What's that about? I'm going to try and practice going back to the thought that led me down a really far thought process and try and go back to the original thought to be able to have a complete thought at least once in my life. I'm not doing very well. Unpacking. It's a cozy game. Oh, that sounds lovely. Remember House Flipper? That was a cozy game that was so weirdly satisfying just to paint a strip on a wall once, one little bit at a time. Oh, I gotta play it. Oh, I gotta. I won't be live tomorrow. I got some projects I want to do tomorrow. I was going to edit a video tonight, but you know what? I'm actually a video ahead because I edited 2 yesterday. So I might not do that. I might just chill out and finish Queer Eye. Tomorrow, I'm going to film at least 1, if not 2 videos for my second channel because I will just sit on my floor and do the everyday makeup routine video because I just love a good floor makeup video. And I want to do the Ace Questions one. But I might not do it tomorrow. I might not do 2 in the same day. What was the point of all this? Oh, and then I'm going to paint my door, hopefully, and paint my picture frames that I have red. But Sunday? Oh, you know what? I just remembered I have stream plans Sunday already, and I almost forgot. So probably Monday. Monday we can do unpacking, probably. I have Among Us on Sunday. And Codenames. We're doing both. That'll be fun. I'm a little nervous. Codename's one of them games that gives me anxiety because I'm like, what if I'm dumb and can't put words together or don't know what one of them means? You blame the American education system. Would you do a pickling stream? No, it would be, pickling takes 30 minutes to put a jar together and then you put it in the fridge for a day or 3 days, really. So that wouldn't be very interesting. I was thinking about a cooking stream, but I really got to pull a setup together to do that. Or I guess just my phone. That's a thing. I could do that. Figure it out. You're cracked at Codenames. Thank you. I always get your help, though, except for when I have to put things together. You guys are allowed to help me as I forgot what it's called already, the Spy Master. That's where there's a lot of... I tapped out of doing the Twitch Rivals Codenames because they said you cannot have your chat help you, and I was like, I just don't want to choke on stream. I was so nervous, so I just decided not to do it. Chelda's been losing his mind recently. Oh, great! I have plans to possibly be playing Minecraft with this man again. What great timing! The American school system can be blamed for a lot of things. Anytime I feel like I say something dumb, just blame the education system. Even if it's not really at fault. Usually you can find a way for them to be at fault. Are you going to bring back Cooking Trouble? Maybe. I could do a stream, but I could also just do a second channel video because that whole channel is coming back. Roughly. My goal was 1 video every 2 weeks, but I'm already I might film 2 tomorrow. But then I know I'm going to hit a point where I don't have any more, and then I'm going to have weeks where there's no videos. And I'd rather have them saved up for a while. So be it. Dude, Raft would be fun. Phasmophobia we're definitely going to be playing more of. We will continue our Minecraft with our soft crust and Empires until Empires may reach the end of its first season. Because I did already put on my video today that there are only going to be a few episodes left, at least on YouTube. I could squeeze out as many streams as we want to really bang out any builds we wanted to do, because shoot, I already just today decided we're going to build a giant tree out in the forest, so... And that's not even at my kingdoms. It's in my new kingdom. Spoiler. Go watch the video. What should you paint? Your door. Like me, tomorrow. Paint it green. I'm so excited about it. How much paint? Is one side of a door a small enough surface that one sample size can of paint will cover it? Or two, or is that looking stingy? And do we care in the eyes of the Home Depot employees and or Lowe's? Or do I need to buy a full can? I'd say one full can or like 3 samples. Yeah, because you don't want to not have enough, especially when they mix the side, mix the color. You don't want to end up having enough. Okay, I might as well just not be stingy and get a can. How expensive is paint? Do people go in and ask for 3 samples of the same color ever, or does that just look bad? Or do they care? You pay for them. They're not free. Hello. What are you doing? Sorry I woke you up and now you're awake but not being played with. Please bring me a toy if you'd like to be played with. She used to know fetch, and she has gotten lazy, and I have allowed it to happen because I'm like, I got to get you running around a little bit every day at least. Like, just a little bit of motion, little activity, movement in them joints, swinging of that primordial pouch. But now she doesn't know how to play fetch anymore. I'm sure she knows how. I don't think a cat forgets. She just knows she doesn't have to anymore. Do you not know about the primordial pouch? Have I? Oh my goodness, today is a great day to learn about the primordial pouch. I don't know anything about it off the top of my head. I just know tons of cats have it. Not all of them, though. Star has it. Where it's just that little belly fat that swings. That's like a little bit extra loose. But not... That's what everyone thinks she's fat, because she's just got a large primordial... There she is. Pouch. But she isn't fat. The vet says she's perfect, but she's got that little swingy belly, and it makes her run kind of wobbly, and it's really funny, which is why I miss playing fetch. What was I Googling? Oh, primordial pouch. Primordial pouch. You can find so many videos on TikTok of cats and their primordial pouches just swinging, just going. Just loose and... She crawled in the far end of my closet and came to the very end right here next to me and is trying to claw out the door. Go the other way. I have put stuff there. I can only enter my closet from one side now. It was a necessary sacrifice that had to be made. It's small. Yeah, just go on TikTok and look up primordial pouch. Hey, videos. Or Tumblr likes to highlight primordial pouches anytime a cat is posted. It's a great... What was the point of this conversation? Why did I bring up primordial pouch? Why do we love and appreciate the primordial pouch of a cat, but not our own pouch on our bellies? Something to think about. Yes, the pouch. Okay, let me finish the Google because I don't remember what it's for. And I think it's just for like protecting the insides. You know, all those squishy bits inside. But not every cat has like a very substantial... I don't know the right word. Primordial pouch. A cat's primordial pouch is a saggy flap of usually fur-covered extra skin on your cat's underside. It typically covers the length of a cat's stomach. Yeah, she's got it. She doesn't even eat hardly anything. I measure her food and she doesn't even finish that. People shaming my cat anytime I post a picture and be like, she's kind of fat. No, she is not. Also, stop trying to body shame my cat. If she was a little bit fat, that would be okay. She's beautiful. Do you hear me? Beautiful. Nothing here has told me why they have it. I'm going to just put why primordial pouch. Google doesn't need a full sentence. It's a robot. 3 main theories. We don't even know. First, protects the internal organs in a fight. But not every cat has I guess they all have it, but some are bigger than others and like looser. What do you do? She's pacing. She's making me nervous. I have to click to read the other 2. They just built different. Do I have to read this article? Yeah, you know what? That's good enough for me. Grim Raven, thank you for subscribing. Marshmallow the kitty cat, thank you for the prime. Sleep Hobo, thank you for 14 months. Sorry I missed all of these because I was talking for so long. Maeve and Cats, thank you for the 100 bits. Shadow Spades, thank you for being a tier 3. Thanks for subscribing for 11 months. Parker Iverson, thank you for 6 months. And we're caught up. Okay, cool. Cool. I didn't think I missed too many. Your cat lost a nipple? Did it not grow back? Does anyone know about the Tumblr post about how nipples grow back? They don't, so not like fully. Don't go messing around, but it's like part of the body that can repair itself a little bit, I believe is what the post had to come to the conclusion of, but you cannot fully remove it and have a new one grow back, so don't do that. The gums, it's another part of the body that will grow back. Ain't that neat? Thank God, because I had to fall. I fainted and hit my face on a railing, and all the gums in the front of my mouth shoved up because I felt teeth burst. If that doesn't make you cringe, I don't know. That was a brutal one. I was so lucky I kept my teeth. However, they grew fully back. Without needing. I was so afraid. I was like, am I going to need? They didn't get shoved too far up, but I started Googling before I went to the doctor, and I was like, am I going to have to get gum surgery? Am I ever going to look the same when I smile? They're like ever so slightly crooked, and I will not smile big enough for you to see. But your teeth grew back? Or the gums? The gums. The teeth didn't move. Somehow they remained completely intact, not a scratch. That's a miracle. I have a few faints in my history. Don't 100% know what caused each one of them. Probably something different each time. One of them, so close to probably, because if I came so close to the railing that my gums were hit, but I didn't hit my teeth, that's close. Other time I fainted, I was in the bathroom, like getting ready to shower, and I felt a few of the times that I've had, actually every time since the first time I ever fainted, I felt it coming. This one that I'm describing was the first one, so I didn't know what I was feeling, and I didn't know I was about to faint. Now, I haven't fainted in multiple years now, actually. I've really, probably on one hand I could count, but I was in the bathroom, standing in the mirror, and I started getting, really woozy looking at myself, and I had my arms on the counter, bracing, because I was so confused, and I was just going like this. You'd think I had drank an amount of adult beverage, but I didn't. I had woken up at 3 p.m. That part, that's not the healthiest thing for you. And then next thing I know, I'm waking up on the floor. But you want to know where on the floor? How close? I need paint for this. I need to draw it for you. Hold on. Because if it already wasn't so close this fall where I hit my gums but not my teeth, just think about that for just a second more while I get ready to share screen with paint. Window capture. We can do this quick. Paint. Done. Okay, we're in the bathroom, right? I'm gonna just use real big. Where's the real big? Let's say here's the counter. Here's the sink. Here's the mirror that I'm wobbling in. Hey, Vikram! Oh my God, I'm covering the drawing. Let me go away for a second because I don't want to move the camera and then move it back because that was a nightmare today. That was to put it back where it needed to be. Okay, here's the bathroom sink. This is not even the important part of the drawing. I'll come back in just a second. I was standing here looking in the mirror, but I fainted. Now here right next to the cabinet, toilet, right? Okay. And then gap. You might see where I'm going with this. Tub. Okay. I fell here. Head, and this is a tiny gap. Head between the porcelain toilet and the tub, and I somehow didn't hit my head on either of these. Do you know how bad that could have been? Could have been bad. I am lucky. I'm telling fainting stories of how close a call I've ever come to just a real bad incident. That one where I fainted between these two, and I didn't even hit my head on the floor either. I kind of just bumped off I don't really know because I woke up on the floor, so I don't know. I didn't feel hurt in any way. I wasn't feeling any pain, but the other story I was just telling was one time I fainted and I hit my face on a railing and it hit my gums so that it kind of it did some damage to them, but I didn't hit my teeth at all. Not even the surface of them, because there would have been a scratch, even just a little hairline something in the teeth. You can't just hit those on a metal railing. I'm indestructible is what I've discovered. So. And that's it. I don't remember the other. I think one time I fainted in the shower. I think really because I was about to shower the other time. I think the steam was what really got to me. And I think I was just sick. And the steam got. Zine, hey, welcome. We're talking about how I am an indestructible human being. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. I was telling some stories. Remember when I said I don't have any more stories? I think what I need is the occasional, and I can never plan for these moments to happen, but someone in the chat says something that sparks a memory that I otherwise would never have been able to awoken on my own. And then we find a story that I had forgotten about. Because I forgot so much. I have, the worst memory. Thank you, everyone, for joining. You need a fainting coach. Couch! I was like, I don't need a coach. I'm great at it. I need a fainting couch. You're right. I need one of those fancy day beds to fall, just so gracefully on. That would be cool. Except I've never fainted anywhere that, never fainted in my own home. Actually, I did, but I was always in the bathroom and outside on a balcony where there was a railing. Think about how close that could have been, too. Good girl. I was on a balcony, but also the balcony railing was too high where if I had fainted, there was no way I was going over. But just still. 1, I'm indestructible. 2, maybe so lucky like Domino. That's her name, right? From Deadpool? If you never saw Deadpool 2, why did that come out like that? If you've never seen Deadpool 2, I big recommend. That was really good. If you liked Deadpool 1 and you like Deadpool at all, if you've never seen either of them, they're a bit bloody, but if you're into that, very good movies. Really liked the second one. Domino was the absolute best character of the whole thing. Those fainting couches were for women when they would wear corsets so tight they would faint. Thank God that phase passed. But that it's an option now because kind of neat still though. I haven't seen either. I like those. I like them a lot. I think they're really good. I also think it's really funny that Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool in the first iteration of them showing him in the which movie was it? Was it Origin, Wolverine Origin, whatever that movie was called? They had Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, but they did it weird and people didn't like it. And then they kept him as Deadpool, but made good movies about it. And I think that's neat. It's like people who were born to play these characters who will continue to play these characters in other franchises doing these characters or reiterations of these same things. Anyway, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Yes. That was not a great movie. Although I still enjoyed it. I found a way. I thought it was neat. He didn't have a mouth. It was weird. And that's the best part about Ryan Reynolds is how funny he is. And Deadpool. You can't just take his voice away. The comics even reference Ryan as to who Deadpool looks like. That's cool. I think that's really neat. I think that's so cool. I have a crack that I'm waiting for it to be ready to pop in my neck. I just know it. I have not seen Venom. Are there 2 now? I haven't seen either, and I don't know if I want to. I was asking my brother, because he likes all the Marvel movies and everything, and he likes usually what I like, and he said no. He said, don't watch them. They're not good. In his opinion. I might do it. I might not, though. It's more likely that I'm not going to. Although, because of the little... we're not going to talk any spoilers. I feel like now I need to watch it because of... Just cuz. Everyone go see the new Spider-Man movie, please. They're similar to Deadpool? Okay. All right. I was thinking about it because... Trying so hard not to just spoil a thing. Have you watched No Way Home? Of course. Of course. I was so excited to see Andrew Garfield again. I have always been a stan of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I loved the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Loved Andrew Garfield. We share a birthday. It's kind of cool. It's amazing. It's awesome. And I was we're not going to talk about the movies. We all know that part though, right? We all know about that. We can't talk about it. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Remember that if something happened, like missing any kind of an action in the chat, I don't always do them right away. Sometimes I do them at the end of the stream. If I miss them, we don't worry about it. The mods will tell me at the end. You don't need to do it for them. We got it covered. That's just the way it goes. Have you seen Tick, Tick, Boom with Andrew Garfield? No, but I heard that was really good. Andrew Garfield in The Social Network is incredible. Really great performance. Just like him. Think he's cool. We talked about how he has a British accent, but is not British, which I think is funny. I mean, he must be a citizen if his mom is, but was born in Los Angeles, so. But has British accent, so that's kind of fun. Kind of funky, kind of weird. He's not like other guys. Sorry, my pride is at the cleaners along with my hoodie, and you censored it to my flip-flops. Oh boy. I actually never saw the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, but after No Way Home, I want to see them now. I loved them. I was younger when I saw them, and I cannot for the life of me remember. I remember liking them, but I can't remember why people didn't like them, and I don't know now why people didn't like them. I loved them, and maybe it was because I was younger and absolutely fangirling over Andrew Garfield, but I thought they were good. Chilled had asked me once when we were playing Phasmophobia, he said, who's the best Spider-Man? I said I like Tom Holland, but he didn't give me that option. He said between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I said Andrew Garfield, and I stand by it. I thought he was great. I thought he was a great Peter Parker. I also really liked the Flash Flash in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I thought he was a well-cast Flash, although I do really like the new movies Flash. Completely different kind of a character, entirely, actually. But I liked the cast of the Amazing Spider-Man. Tom Holland is fantastic, though. I do love Tom Holland, and I love Zendaya. They're the best. They're so cute. Oh my good. I want to talk about Spider-Man now with an Andrew Garfield moment that I'm sure it brought me to tears. You'll probably know what I'm talking about if you saw it and you know the Andrew Garfield movies. Zine, if you don't know about this one particular scene in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I think the second one, it's brutal, but is connected to a scene in the new movie. Beautiful. Made me cry so much. Star, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Maybe you've seen the scene because some people just went and Googled it because you know what's worse in the comic books? Can we talk about this scene because it is very old and it's from the Amazing Spider-Man movies and the comics before that. It is a thing that we know happens in the comic books, but it's worse in the comic books than in the movie, and it's pretty bad in the movie. Not bad in a bad way, but like brutal. I just don't want to talk about it if anyone doesn't want me to mention it. But we should all know this thing by now. Boring Janine, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Is it the clock scene? Yeah, the clock tower where plug your ears for like 5 minutes if you don't want to hear it. It's a scene where Gwen Stacy is falling from the top of a clock tower on the inside to the bottom, and Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, is his full name legally, is going like swooping down, webbing down to get her. And in the movie, grabs her, but just a second too late where when she stops, her head hits the concrete. Rest in peace, Gwen Stacy. In the comic books, this isn't how it happens, actually. It's his web pulling her that kills her because it, I believe, snaps her spine. And we all love Emma Stone, too, so it was so sad. He didn't want that to happen in the comic books, but while he was away, they killed... That's a scandal. I never heard about that. Dude, the things that they're doing to Stan Lee now, I am not a fan. Don't even go look at his Twitter. It's just sad. But geez, I didn't know he didn't even want that to happen in the comic books at all. Anyway, you can unplug your ears now. If they're plugged, you can't hear me say that. But, we're not going to spoil anything from the new movie, though. I just wanted to talk about this scene because it's a brutal one in the movies, and then you realize that it was worse in the comics, and they kind of just made it a little nicer. Yeah, let them know they can unplug. Can you play Empires? We are not playing any Empires today. I did play hours of it earlier today, though. If you want to watch the other VOD from today that was earlier, we went camping, basically, for like 3 hours. I don't know how long, actually. I think only 2. Because we finished playing Risk about like 2 hours, 45 minutes in. Almost at 2:30. Was it 2:30 actually? Because we started at noon. Oh no, we started at 12:30. Anyway. No more spoilers. No more Spider-Man. We're done. How are we all doing tonight? How are we feeling? What's going on? It's 10:30 for me. What do you think they never mentioned Uncle Ben in the new Spider-Man? Because I think it was overdone. They already had, we did that so many times that they wanted to do it a little different. And I love Aunt May in the new Spider-Man. And they kind of just didn't need that whole plot line at all. Again, at all for this Spider-Man, I think. Instead of using that time in the movie to replay a story between a nephew and his uncle that we already know. Instead of using that time on a new part of the story that we've never seen before. I think I like it better without him. Black Clouds, bring in for a hug. But we love Uncle Ben. I love his rice. Use it every day. What's the name of the actress for Aunt May? Love her. Oh boy, have you ever played Roblox 2 times entirely? Ever. And it's not my game. I didn't enjoy it other than honestly, the most enjoyable part of the game was when I was playing with Megan and Mika, and I found the fashion game where you put an outfit together and they rate it until I got rated a bad outfit. They rated my outfit low, and then I didn't like it anymore. And the other time was on TV. Marissa Tomei. We love her. Do you know the actress of Aunt May begged Marvel to give Aunt May a girlfriend? Am I wrong? Did they nod at the fact that she would potentially date both? Perhaps, maybe? I kind of got that vibe, maybe. I'm making it up that it was maybe even nodded at all. But I got the vibe. So, at least she accomplished that much because they didn't let her have a girlfriend. Let Aunt May have a girlfriend! Oh, boy. Hello? I heard a little meow from the other room. She wandered off into a hole. There's 2 rooms between us now. She doesn't usually go that far without me. Even in her own home, she just doesn't like to do that. Star! Better not be scratching up my couch. I don't know where I heard her meow from. Anyway. Star! I don't know where she went. I'm concerned now. Because I heard her meow and then she didn't answer me. She can't escape my grasp. I'm gonna find her. Oh, baby. I'm sorry. Good girl. Maybe I didn't actually hear her meow. I think I did. I think she just was doing a stretch and made a little cat sound. Remember when she was asleep here and I turned around and started playing with her and messing with her? And she woke up and left. She's asleep in her cat tree now because she was tired of my shit. Chair. I'm getting the Minecraft chair. I don't know which one I'm going to like more. I actually think I'm going to like the green more. Split, I love the pink. Love Diva, love Overwatch. Don't really play it anymore. And I don't know what's up at Blizzard these days, but I think we're just still not a fan. And I don't know that I'll ever get back into Overwatch as much as I absolutely loved that game. Was good at it, actually. Don't know when I'll play it again. I didn't even play Diva. But I'm getting the Minecraft chair. I'm kind of excited. I think the green is going to be cool. I like the color green. I think it's neat. We got pink. I got a pink carpet, too. I kind of would like maybe less pink. I never used to be a pink person, but I do just love this little pale pink. The carpet, rug, whatever, matches this. But I think I'm gonna switch this chair out, and then I don't know what to do with this chair. I don't know where who do I give it? Does anyone want it? I don't. How do I get it to them? Can I donate it? How do you do that? A whole chair? Can this fit in my car? I don't know. James, thank you for gifting a sub. Boring Janine, thank you for gifting another sub. To Zine, specifically, thank you so much. Dude, if you were a cup, what cup would you be? Were you here for my K-cup story yesterday? Because I feel like it must be retold if you didn't. Just by you asking me what cup I would be. Somebody asked me. I was talking about all the ways I make coffee, one of them being my Keurig. And they said, what cups do you use? And I said, just mugs. And I was serious. I wish I was saying it to be funny. Now it's funny. Makes a good joke. It wasn't at the time. When, I forget who, I think it was Megan's brother and Megan. And I was like, mugs. And then Megan was like, no, K-cups. Same energy as Demi Lovato being asked, I don't remember what the question was. Something like, what's your favorite dish? Meaning food. And she said mugs as but I think she was joking. There's no way she was serious. There might be a way. I was serious when I said mugs. Can we put it up to charity? Y'all are really killing it today with the jokes. Good job. You give yourself a pat on the back. Shelby's 3 brain cells confirmed. Hence why today when we were playing Risk, I said I can't have a kid if it means they're going to take half of my smart. I don't remember what word we used for it. I can't afford it. So you have to be serious about mugs. I do love mugs. Genuinely need more. I don't have enough of a mug collection. Only half of my cabinet's filled. I need more. But I don't want to go out and I want to collect them in fun ways. I want to acquire them different ways. Demi uses they, them. Thank you. We also share a birthday. And I think that's neat too. Actually, literally one of my biggest idols. I've told the story before. If Demi Lovato has made it through, they're 1 year older than me, right? Exactly, because we have the same birthday. If they made it through the year ahead of me and got to the other side of that year, fine, so can I. And continues to work. I have a moog instead of a mug. What's a moog? What does that mean? Me, Demi Lovato, and Andrew Garfield are birthday sharers. And Castiel from Supernatural, whose name I'm forgetting. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. He also shares the same birthday. I don't remember. Misha Collins. I remembered. I didn't get it from the chat. They do have the same birthday. Andrew Garfield and Demi and me and Misha Collins. Last I checked. It's such an interesting group of people. Thank you. Is it the cow udder mug? Moog. Is it a cow thing? How old is Andrew Garfield? Ooh, that's a great question. I think a little bit older than both me and Demi, because Demi is 29 because I'm 28. And Andrew Garfield is 38. Okay, if he made it 10 years ahead, then I can make it too. It's just I didn't admire him as much as I really admired Demi when I was a teen, in my prime fundamental years, brain developing years. So that's why I picked Demi. Hey, you look 22? Thank you, but it's also okay if I look 28. Thank you. Wow, he's a full 10 years older than me. I didn't realize that. I fully believed that it was just like in my cards also to date him as a teen, but not that the 10-year difference at 28 and 38 doesn't actually matter anyway, but at the time, probably mattered, and not gonna happen. Is your teenagers your prime? No, not prime. That was a full... Prime was an adjective to a different thing, not a word on its own. Your teens are not your prime, neither are your 20s. It's a lie, it's your 30s. At least that's what they're telling me. Prime developmental stage, like brain development. That's what, it was a full thing, not just prime. You were not in your prime at your teens. God, thank goodness, because teens were awful. Horrible. Wouldn't do it again. 20s also not the most better. A little bit more independence, which is neat. You know, a lot more good things, but still pretty rough. Don't think that your 20s are supposed to be your prime either. If you're like me, end of your 20s, and you're like, is that it? That's all the time I had to be in my prime? It's not true. It is a lie. Also, your prime can be whenever you want it to be. Your prime could be the whole time if you want. That's main character energy, and I said everyone should have that because you're the main character of your own story. Just remember, you're going to pop up in other people's stories, so you shouldn't be treating them like side characters because in their story, you're going to look like a bad guy. My goal, when I'm a side character in other people's stories, you're left with, she was nice. I liked her. She was really nice. Because that's how I want to be remembered, as a side character to everybody else, because we're all our own main characters. Boom! Guppy Eclipse, thank you for the prime. Thank you for subscribing. Think about how you want to show up in other people's books. You might just find you cross a writer and they write a award-winning book. And there's this girl that they bumped into at this one point in the story and they were like, she was really rude and off-putting and acted horribly to me. And it was you. You don't want that to be you. Shelby's my motivational speaker. I'm just making things up. It's not a bad thing to think about, though. Now, don't fall into not feeling main character enough for your own story, so you resort to just being a good side character in other stories. You deserve better than that. This is your story. Because I existed for a little while as only a good side character, and I was like, I don't need my own story. I'm content with my story being my little parts in other people's and not having my own. We all deserve better than that. I keep hearing things. I think it's my cat. I think I woke her up again when I went out there. I think I just freaked her out. Or she's just shifting in her sleep, perhaps. Be a supporting character. Ooh, support all the other people in their own stories. Maybe not all of them. There's a lot of people. Let's all pick some. Dude, I can still hear Game of Thrones being just bumped. I think just moments ago, I heard... Who did I hear? Who am I hearing? I want to say who's talking right now is Robb Stark. It has his... The feeling of the bass has his tone, I think. Is this a skill? Could this be considered a skill? Pinpointing who's talking just by the bass of their voice. Can't actually even hear the sound of the voice. Just the bass. Pretty sure it's Robb Stark. I've supported so many characters in my life. But remember your own story. You be your main character. You carry that energy everywhere for your own story. Don't bring that energy in other people's stories. They just think it's rude. Leon Boy, thank you for the 245 bits. They say pray the gay away, but we stand the gay. Welcome. You bet we do. Thank you for the bits. Why are we all awake? It is 10:30 p.m. for me. And for me, that is not an appropriate hour to be in bed yet, so I had nothing else to do. You seem like you have yellow hair. I do plan to go full blonde. I do plan to go. Rangton, I want to thank you for your bits, but I'm going to delete your message because we don't accept those here. We don't accept suggestions, but thank you for the bits. Hope that's cool. Hope you understand. What was I saying? I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, I'm awake because it is not sleeping hour yet. And I will continue to watch Queer Eye. I think I'm not going to edit that video tonight because I have my next video ready. And that's playing Sister Location, which was so much fun. And I'm really proud of us because you guys helped me out a ton. You seem like, oh, the yellow hair. Is that like I emit yellow? Just that. That's the end of the sentence. If I was a color, like I'm sunshine, because that's my goal in life, to just be sunshine. There's a post on Tumblr of best couple dynamic, and it's Sunshine, protector of sunshine, which is little, soft, cute bean, big smile, big, strong, burly, angry bean, protect sunshine. I don't remember the full post, but that was the gist of it. You emit yellow, daisy, sunshine, rainbows. Yellow is my favorite color. It is my absolute favorite color. Should I dye this yellow? It is like the thing that you don't usually want to do when you pay money to get your hair bleached and they tone it so there is no yellow. Most people want to get rid of that, but I think that would be cool. And I believe it could be like toned out, washed enough times, load in a ton of purple shampoo, maybe another tone, perhaps. Anyone with experience with yellow, like neon? I don't know, I feel like that's the only kind of yellow that's good, like a cool one. Anyone have experience? Did it come out? Or did you just get left with yellow blonde that you couldn't really get the yellow out of? I wouldn't mind that too much. It is already like an amount yellow. Honestly, I'm still every day impressed with how light he got my hair. And the toner is long washed out and it's still like a nice blonde where I don't even care enough to buy purple shampoo. I don't care I want to learn how to take better care of my hair and I'm trying to, but I don't care the most about buying things when it's just like just to make this a little bit less yellow. I don't care enough for that. You can tell I don't care enough about like the state of my hair sometimes by the fact that I did have half blonde hair, completely unblended straight line for 2 years. I didn't touch it. We're about to have that again. This is going to grow out and be that again. At least I have the top layer to hide it. It's going to look cool grown out because we're going the whole way. I might even, the person who did my hair, he was like, I also do extensions, and I've always been a little bit curious about that. And I will grow my hair all the way, but if I did extensions along the way, just to like skip ahead while I continue to let it grow naturally to that length. But I want to go like past boob, because I only a couple times in my life have ever even let my hair be that long. It grows really slow by that point, but I also bleached and straightened it a ton, so I damaged it a lot. My hair is so much healthier now. I know how to do straightening where it's not the most damaging. Heat's always going to be a little bit damaging. Same for bleach, but it's still healthy. So I'm going to grow my hair long, and it's going to be so healthy at the bottom, and I hope it grows fast. I think that it has been. I keep getting haircuts to cut it short. I just am so used to having it short. As a child, always short. I was basically playing as a little boy, and I didn't have time for hair to be in my face. I wanted it gone so I could do the things that I wanted to do, which was bring rocks out into the middle of the street with a hammer, unsupervised. Don't know how that happened. And break them open to see what was inside. Didn't have time for hair to get in the way. I also was big on sports as a kid. I did all of them, mostly. Basketball, softball, volleyball, track, eventually bowling, which was the best one. Actually, I did really like volleyball too. Banana Cabana, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you so much. What was inside the rocks? Sometimes really cool shiny things, sometimes gray. But cool and shiny enough times that it was worth it to continue to bring rocks into the street and smash them open. Literally, the entire basis to me choosing geoscience as a major in college. That one little thing that I did. I was like, I thought that was fun as a kid and interesting, and I just had thrown every idea I had out the window. I thought about accounting, I thought about culinary, I went through a lot of thoughts. I go through a lot of thoughts. Went into college and stuck with geoscience for 2 years because I was like, this is interesting. I like environmental studies. I like geology. I think it's cool. I was good in science. I was very good in math. Not the most math involved in that one, though. I did try biology, though, too. And a little bit of math in there sometimes. That's why accounting was on the board, because I was really good at math, but I didn't want to do it for a job because it didn't sound like I would enjoy it forever. And then also I decided geoscience I wouldn't enjoy forever. And all the other majors I declared at any given point in time, English, biology, then dropped out. Dude. About to be a bio major. I lasted in that one. Don't take this as a thing to make you scared. I took it and left it after a week, but I didn't even go to the classes. I just immediately changed my mind. I honestly I don't know. I am glad I went to college. Could maybe save some money deciding what I wanted to do, but it did take me going through years of classes. I was in college for 6 years total, like years, not of actual class, like full time. I went on and off, so I took semesters off. I took one class at a time, but 6 year span of time I did spend in college. Didn't finish, but I don't regret it because I learned a lot of things. I lived on campus, and then I got a car and I started to drive to campus, and I made my closest friends that are back home. It did get me to where I am now, so that's cool. And I still think science is neat. Still a fan. Not good at math anymore, though. You don't keep being good at math if you stop doing it, I learned. And now I'm pretty bad at math. I didn't even know where the numbers on a phone, like, doing that thing in sister location. Didn't even know where the numbers were supposed to be. To be fair, I got bad information from the chat, because chat lies. And that was why I did it wrong. Can we talk about how it's such a scam that you have to pay for parking at the school you already pay to go to? What's up with that? Athena, bring it in for a hug. Thanks for redeeming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing hug in the channel rewards. Chat do be lying. To be fair, they were under bad information because the middle top we all said was 2 when I went to click it, and I thought I did, but what actually had happened was I ran out of time already when my mouse hit 2. So it failed and I got the jump scare. So then we assumed that meant it was 8, and then I clicked it when she said 8. And then chat was like, you just hit 2. And I was like, did we all miss what just happened? We all thought it was 8 because chat was like, that was 8 that you hit. That's why you got the jump scare. But everyone was just confused. And it was too fast. I think I edited the video. My favorite comment that I made about myself was that I'm elderly. I couldn't do it anymore. When I really focused, it was my mouse. My mouse was all over the place. I'm going to blame it on that instead of being elderly, I guess. What is your canon age in empires? This is fun because I can pick any number between 0 and 500. Probably more than 0. Probably a lot more than 0. Ooh. Should I be a couple hundred years old? I don't want to be actually old. In fact, I'd like to be maybe old for human years as a gnome, but not even quite into my first 100. I think I want to be kind of a newer gnome and the last gnome. But I think I want to have not lived a full 100 years yet, because that would give me a wisdom that I just very clearly, as Shrub, do not have. It's just definitely not there. I think 80 is still too many. What if I'm just like, I'm 16. I'm 20. I haven't lived that long. I lived only an amount that a regular person has lived so far in all of empires. What are the emperors' canon ages? Has anyone else picked one? Is it anything different from their actual age? What, can I be like 42? That sounds fun to me, because it's like I could be a fun, like, as a human, 42 is like I'm a mom, but I'm, I don't know. my kid's still young, and I'm still young, and I'm in the prime of my 40s still right now, and I'm living my best life. 40s is my prime. 30s wasn't even it. But instead I'm a gnome. But 42 is such a fun 40-year-old age. I don't know, I'm making things up. I've never been 42. Shrub is 42. And every once in a while, you'll catch her acting like a mom. Like a little bit like would do the, what's it called? Like arm save. If she was driving and you were in the passenger seat, she would totally like mom you with this arm. She'd protect. Every once in a while, you get a glimmer of like, oh my goodness, that's a 42-year-old lady who's responsible sometimes. But also, 42 out of 500 as the max for a gnome. I think he even said on Google, like, what did Google say? Let's Google it. I think it was like 500 to 600. Baby. Absolute baby. How long do gnomes live? Oh, 200 to 500. Okay, so 500 is a stretch if you make it that long. Anywhere between why did Google specifically 205 to 500? Not just 200. 205 to 500 years old. I'm 42. Okay, so compared to 205 being like what Google says is a gnome who's 200 years of age is considered venerable. What does Google know about gnomes? Where'd you get your information from? I'd like to cross-check it, please. Oh my god, you know what Google just told me? Oh no, this is dwarves. Okay, so it says something about gnomes, and then it says, I don't know why they bring up dwarves at all. The lifespan of a dwarf is a little shorter than a gnome. Dwarves also reach maturity at age 40, and I thought it was gnomes reach maturity at age 40, and I was like, I nailed it picking 42. Why bring up dwarves? I Googled about gnomes. I have another cat here, and I can hear my cat. Star. I want to believe she's still in her cat tree, but then I also want to believe she's not, because otherwise, who's making the noises? I don't know. I thought we were your children. I thought I was your cool aunt. What happened to that? I don't want to be mom. I was sooner going to be grandma, but can I be cool aunt? You're all my little nieces and nephews. You know what I realized? Is there a gender neutral for niece or nephew? As like when you're referring to multiple and it's multiple genders, do you just have to say nieces and nephews? Nibbling? Is that true? Wait. Like sibling, but N for nephew and nieces? Is that real? Is that true? Because that's kind of cute. I kind of like it. It's real. I love it. I'm going to check on my cat because I'm really a little bit nervous about, I think I'm hearing her scratching furniture. And I just want to check it's not on my couch. You are still asleep. All right, I don't know what I'm hearing then, and it's actually worse now. I don't know. There's a chair. There's a chair. Wow, I love that. Cool. I thought you were Chat's grandpa. I'm so many things. I thought, didn't I declare myself dad also? Did that happen at one point, or am I forgetting? Have I forgotten? I think I said it at least once at one point, that I was dad to everyone in chat. Possibly. I'm also elder mod, although that doesn't imply anything other than elder. So not necessarily grandma. You declared yourself as daddy. I'm pretty sure sister location declared me as daddy, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. It's a big family. Yeah, I did do that. I did, in fact, do that. Oh, in Sands of Time. I'm Sand Daddy in Sands of Time. I need a redemption at Sandkeeper. Not a redemption, because I'm still great at sand collecting. It's that point in the winter where I'm just peeling any part of my lip that's coming off, and I can't help but to peel. I have to. thought you were our nanny. Absolutely not. I would never be a nanny. The only time I ever babysat was for my nieces, and I just had way too much anxiety for it because I was like, if something happens, I'm not prepared to handle it. I would freak out. So didn't do that too many times. Love my nieces, though. Would probably be better at it now, but still probably would freak out if something happened on my watch. Don't really want to put myself in that situation. Rather not. Might as well be our immortal ancestor. I am immortal. We already determined earlier today in the stream that I am indestructible. May as well just mean I'm immortal. So far, haven't been proven otherwise. Not going to specifically test the theory. However, when tested unwillingly, indestructible. Just saying. What are we doing today? This. For like maybe another 30 minutes. Call it a full 2-hour chatting stream and call it a night. Probably. Claire M, thank you for subbing for 16 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What's a game in MCC you're not best at, but want to be good at? Parkour tag. I hate parkour tag. I'm bad at parkour tag. I'm not the worst at parkour. Bad at parkour tag. I like to make the joke, but it's also just objectively true. More players dislike parkour tag than dislike build battle in terms of total players that have played MCC. It's without a doubt the least favorite game, but just so many people are so good at it, and I struggle. And I think a lot of us struggle, and it's so much anxiety. There's so much pressure. We'll always remember that clip of me, Dream, Jordan, and Scott practicing, and Scott called my outfit tacky, and that was the first time I was able to catch all three of them Dream first. Is this Shubble with the Late Night Gang stream? It is. Welcome, Late Night Gang. I was bored. And there were things I was avoiding. 1, doing my taxes. I don't want to do it. 2, the edit I was going to do tonight. But I did 2 yesterday, and I have that one already ready. I have the day off tomorrow, so I'll probably edit that video I was going to do tonight tomorrow instead. Because my day's pretty open. Film me doing my makeup on the floor. Couldn't take more than 30, 40 minutes. That's how long. 30 minutes to do my makeup. I say 40 in case I talk too much. Paint my door. I'll do my taxes tomorrow too, I guess. People do their taxes in January? For last year, yeah. Yes. Very frequently. I do my taxes quarterly, so January comes around, that's when you pay off the final quarter of the previous year. So I owe my taxes for September through December of 2021. And then we do the whole year taxes way later. Why are Texas scary? It's not spelt correctly as Texas or taxes, so I don't even know which one was intended. If it was a joke about Texas or just misspelling taxes, I can't tell because neither are spelt correctly either. But it is so funny. Taylor Pop, bring it in for a hug. I have never had to do my own taxes, luckily. I had to get an accountant because it's just, especially when you are self-employed, taxes get a lot more complicated. So it's worth it to have someone know what they're doing, especially when your career is something as still new to the government to have to figure out how you claim things, streaming and YouTube being the career. Never know what I can claim as a business expense sometimes. Sometimes clothes can count. Sometimes they don't. I thought you considered being an accountant. Yeah, and then I didn't. So I don't know how to do it. I didn't do it. I did take one accounting class, but that was never going to help me do my own taxes for having YouTube as a job. It's very complicated, especially when you also pay other people for work, like commissions. If you pay a certain amount every year of like editing, thumbnails, whatever you're paying for. Holy crap. FB troll? But is it friendly? Does it come from the Facebook streams? Thank you for 25 gifted subs. Thank you so much for gifting. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Did I really appreciate that? Thank you. Running taxes with Shelby. Also, if you're working a regular, like, paycheck job, they do it for you. You don't pay taxes when you get a paycheck because it's taken out already by the people who pay you. But when you're self-employed, that doesn't happen. So, just to keep that in mind. Because other countries also, what they do is they send you in the mail the number you owe. For us, they know what number you owe, but they make you guess first by doing all of these fancy math tricks the accountants do. And then you pay what you think the number is, and then the government comes back and is like, nope, it was actually this number, because they knew the whole time, but they didn't tell you about it. But also, if you work, like, a normal job, you don't have to worry about it at all, because you don't pay taxes when you get a paycheck. That's your money, because it was already taken out. Oh, it was short-lived. I do appreciate the 25 gifted subs. We keep the chat, like, PG-13. I gave you a little timeout. I can undo it, but we're all gonna be chill. Okay? Cool. I do wish they would just tell me what number I owe, because I never get money back. I always owe more, because it's just never correct. Kalir BX asked to explain my sexuality. That is exactly the video I was about to link. Watch that video. It's incredibly helpful, incredibly educational, and super worth the time, even if you think you know what my sexuality is or anything about it. Give it a watch anyway. Trust. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep paying my accountant to do my taxes, because... Thank you again, though, for the 25 gifted subs. I do really appreciate that. Dun, 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 dun. Taxes are stupid. I think I might be a potato. I've finished the rest of that sentence in my head, and I'm not going to read the rest, actually. Ace thread on my second account. I should pin that to my second account. It's the only tweet that I ever have referenced going back to for my second Twitter. And you do have to scroll to find it. So I might pin that bad boy on that Twitter, because I don't think I have a pinned tweet on the second one. I will be short on stream because I don't feel like sitting on my legs anymore for the first time ever. Cadzer, thank you for the prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, fair enough with saying not that type of troll. To be fair, we're not in family-friendly mode right now, so I am fully allowed to swear, and might, and to have already today. But we keep the chat a little bit more tame, just to make the mod's job a little bit easier. Keep it on the PG-13. It is low-key not against the rules anymore to explicitly swear in chat. However, I have said, if you're just dropping it to drop a swear for the fun of it, you will get timed out. Just, we say with taste, honestly, and just, you know, use your awareness for when you're using a swear to not come off offensive, not just do it because you can, because it's not against the rules anymore, because, you know, we're mature. We're mature. Usually. When would you say a good time to swear is? Whenever I decide it's a time to drop a swear. When I decide. It was like your Betty White tweet. That is, I think, I could be wrong. Maybe if I go back enough years, I will be wrong before I decided the family-friendly route on YouTube. Many long time ago. I did do my first swear on Twitter. And it was very warranted. I think it's my only tweet with a swear that isn't a censored swear, but I might have, like, many years back swears, because I used to swear in my videos on YouTube a very long time ago. My YouTube channel in March will be hitting 15 years old. That's kind of cool, kind of neat, kind of crazy that it's that old. I didn't upload for a couple years, But I was very involved in the video making community immediately. That's the only reason I made a YouTube account, was to be involved. I participated in RuneScape video makers videos by being a body actor and then later a voice actor. Some of the biggest names in RuneScape at the time, the biggest having 60,000 subscribers. That was huge at the time for RuneScape specifically and especially. That's where I started on YouTube. And then I started making my own videos. I made a few RuneScape ones before I switched to Minecraft, mostly during the RuneScape video making days. I just was in other people's channels, but that's how I started on YouTube as part of the community on YouTube 15 years ago almost now. YouTube is 17 years old. Yeah, I got on early. My account's older than Megan's. I think it's older than Joey's. It's an old account. Don't mind me. These things are life-saving, I'm telling you. For anyone with oily skin. Someone said to Noob Show. I have never been in one of his videos, but I did know him. He had mostly stopped making videos by the time I was, like, really involved. That's how I knew most of my friends, too, online. RuneScape was a very big part of my growing up, my time on YouTube, my friendships, my, just most of my interactions with people. Because I played the game for 11 years consistently. And then, like, on and off for a little bit. I think I'm not currently paying for a membership for Old School. I think. Hard to remember. I am paying for WoW, I just remembered, though. So I will be canceling that. Because I haven't been playing it. But what is RuneScape? An MMO. The only one that is, like, still substantially alive alongside WoW. Okay, we were talking about that. I have seen, in my years on the internet, many beginnings and endings to MMOs. My favorite one of all of them, I think, I was the most impressed by this one, of any of the ones that were new to me at least, because RuneScape's probably got to have the #1 spot for me, just for the fact that it was my whole childhood. The one that was my absolute favorite was Guild Wars 2. I also really liked WildStar. I thought that one was fun. That one was even shorter lived. Guild Wars 2 still has players. I think pretty small. And I did the full, like, all the quest line and leveled everything up and got all the armor and weapons that I wanted in a matter of weeks on that game and then never logged back in. But it was... I don't know the secret to keeping an MMO really going. Like, WoW. I think WoW has... It's got the fact that it's that old helps it continue to be older, I think. You know, it's got that legacy now to it. You can't start one with that legacy, right? But Guild Wars 2 was really good. The graphics were amazing. I really liked the races and the class systems. I liked the combat. I liked that there were separate combat and weapons for underwater, which was cool. And if I'm not mistaken, for the most part, full breathing underwater as well, like infinite, because you just automatically put a little underwater breathing mask on, which I like because I hate having to go up for air. Mr. Eli Mac, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you. Guild Wars 2 was cool, but did everything I wanted to. All my friends stopped playing, and then I stopped playing, and I think some people still play, but not enough, and no one that I know. And I don't really want to play alone, but it's just, it was really well done. Really good. Did not stand the test of time to become notable like WoW or RuneScape. Don't know what the secret is. Don't know. Anyway, what's WoW? World of Warcraft. WildStar was cool. I thought it looked like a little world that was in the universe of Ratchet and Clank, which is one of my absolute favorite games as a kid. I'm kind of sad that I do not have a PS5 because I really want to play the new Ratchet and Clank. That trailer for the new game. Is that out already or is it coming out? I can't remember if I watched gameplay or just I think I did watch gameplay, whether it's out or not. Incredible graphics. Ratchet and Clank is incredible. I love it so much. The whole franchise of Ratchet and Clank. Sad I don't have a PS5. Don't know how anyone can get their hands on that, but I just got a PS4 too. I had finally just gotten one of those, and you cannot play the new Ratchet and Clank game on the PS4. It's only for PS5, so that's sad. So I'm probably just gonna watch someone do the playthrough, but it looks so good. Looks so good. Graphics amazing. Big recommend if you've never played Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna play the remastered one on PS4, I think, because I want to relive the experience playing Ratchet and Clank. It was so good, and I have a PS4, but I do not have a PS5 to play Ratchet and Clank. I don't know what the new game is called. Is an all-time great. Dude, it is. Top 10 favorite games of all time. I'm pretty sure it was always a long-standing one in that list. Don't remember what that list is anymore. Probably doesn't look the same. I'm not going to list them right now, though. It's just in there. Among 9 other ones that are undetermined even for me right now. Top 10, though. Yeah, top 10. Go fund me for Shubble PS5. I think the problem is that there's just like, is there stock for it yet? Is that still a problem? That sucks. Apparently, even the Xbox Series X, the big black refrigerator, I have that one. Thank you, Microsoft. I didn't have to deal with having to find one. Very, very graciously sent me one. My brother, I was telling him, I want to give it to him. Because he was like, I still can't get my hands on that. And that's so much older than what the PS5 is, right? Came out, actually, I don't know how much longer it came out before the PS5. But it is still a problem to get your hands on both of them, which is insane. But I'm going to give him my Xbox, I think, because I have another one. When is Empires going to end? I have no specific date to give you at this time. However, I will have just a few more episodes myself. Possibly 2. Gonna try for 3. Don't want to rush to try and squeeze a whole extra one out if I can't really come up with a good 3rd. Gonna try, though. Gonna do a lot of building because we left a lot of unfinished projects in our kingdom. Some might stay that way. I don't know if I'll be able to finish everything I wanted to do, but I am very happy with what the kingdom looks like as of now, other than the exploded part. I will fix that. I will fix that so that my final kingdom is in one piece. Yeah. Switch for Animal Crossing is worth it. Oh, I didn't know if that was a question or not. It is a statement. Honestly, depending on how many hours you foresee yourself putting into Animal Crossing, fully agree, it could be 100% worth it. I mean, what's the price of happiness? I didn't get back into Animal Crossing, though, when it came back out with all the new stuff in the update. I kind of lived vicariously through everyone else on Twitter, but just didn't have it in me to open my own world and start doing any of the stuff. But also don't want to start a new world either, so I'm in limbo with that right now. Shrub canonically is 4'3". Tall for a gnome, but not when there's no other gnomes. Then just is short. Especially compared to Lizzie canonically being 10 feet tall? Is that what it is? A tall queen. I love. Oh boy. Still trying to get the crack out. I can feel it. It's waiting to pop, but I just can't get it. I think I'm also getting hungry. I'm going to have those pickles. I won't eat 3 pouches again tonight, though, I promise. How is there 30% of your day's sodium in 1 pouch of just 1 pickle sliced up? It is 1. 1 like would be like this size pickle sliced up in each pouch. And it says no addition, there's no brine in the thing because that's supposed to make it better. Except 30% of your daily sodium. Is that the case for all pickles? Has this always been the case? Because I've sat down and eaten an entire jar. And I wonder why I have bad skin. Girls eating 200% of your daily sodium in 1 jar of pickles as a meal. Well, this answers a lot of questions. I'm glad that we've learned something today. At least I have. I need to eat less pickles. Pickles and coffee. Please tell me not combined. What's a thing you do with your pickles that could be considered controversial? Like, what's the thing where people were putting Kool-Aid in the pickles? Like red Kool-Aid? Has anyone done that? Is it actually good? Also, what other things are we doing with our pickles? What does one do with pickled eggs? Because I was talking about pickling earlier, and that was one of the things someone told me to do, and I just don't know what you do with it after. Do you just eat it, or do you put it in, or do you slice it? What do you eat it with? I don't know, and I'm just scared. I was scared to ask. I love soft-boiled eggs in ramen, but you don't put a pickled egg in a ramen, right? Where does the pickled egg go? It's a thing, I swear, people pickle eggs, and I just don't know what is done with them after. Put them on salad? Oh, I thought I saw a spider. Oh, that scared me big. Pickled eggs and hot sauce? I've asked 2 questions to the chat so far, and I don't know which answer to look for. What do you do with your pickles that might be considered weird? Like, how do you eat them? Do you eat them on a weird sandwich? And what do you eat a pickled egg with? We got a lot of mixed answers, and I was so confused because I forgot both questions I asked and didn't really know how to address any of just the pickle answers. So much about pickles. Pickled eggs with beets. Ooh, would that turn them pink? When you pickle onions, they all turn pink. Pickled onions are so good. Can we talk about the absolute god tier little snack that is a little cracker? Maybe a little club cracker or something? The butter kind, perhaps? Maybe the whole grain kind if you're a little bit on the healthy side. They're just as good, I'll be honest. They're really good. Goat cheese is my favorite. I love. Up there with mozzarella because we stand mozzarella. But goat cheese is amazing. And pickled onion is so good. Pickled onion with goat cheese. And I like having goat cheese with different jams and or preserves. Apricot is my absolute favorite with goat cheese. Get yourself a little carrot. Get yourself a little cracker with goat cheese and apricot preserves. And then a little pickled onion, maybe. I don't actually know if I've done all of them together. I can't remember. But I did really like pickled onion with goat cheese. Radish pickled is really good. I really like cauliflower to just eat straight. Apparently I say cauliflower weird. Please don't point it out. Goat cheese is so good. Some people really do not like it. You know what? Fair enough. For some people, it is just not for them. I love it, though. I think it's so good. Now I want to run to Ralph's because they're open late to go buy goat cheese. No, I will not do this. I don't want to go in my car. I have a good... Oops. I'm sorry, Addy Cat. I didn't mean to delete that. I have a good parking spot, so I don't want to move. White pickled onions or malted pickle? Malted? What's that? I did red onion pickled because the like red skin, not really red, but like purple, stains all the pickles and they all end up like a pinky purple, which is cool. But I don't know what a malted onion is. I've never pickled white onions before. Pickled carrots are really, really good. Unnecessary? No way. Love them. Really love pickled green beans. I pickled a bunch of stuff and I gave a pickling jar to Ethan one time and I gave him the green beans. He loved it and then he started pickling. I'm spreading the pickling around. I need a pickle. The only thing I'm missing, literally, is the thing to pickle. I have all the ingredients. All the spices that you put in, all the vinegars you need to make the brine, sugar and all that. I do not have the thing to pickle. I do have, actually, though, broccoli. I don't know of that being good to pickle. Cauliflower is good. Broccoli I've never heard of. Don't know. I do also have... Y'all giving me names of vegetables as if I'm not naming the things that I have. I don't have these. I do have a cucumber. I just remembered. I have a cucumber. I'm pickling. I shouldn't. It's already 11. I can pickle quickly. I said it's really quick. It's like 30 minutes and it's done and you leave it for 3 days. I literally have a cucumber in my fridge that I want to eat before it goes bad. Yes, I'm going to pickle tonight. Has anyone ever had pickled broccoli, though? That doesn't sound good to me. I also have snap peas. I don't think they'd be very good pickled, but correct me if I'm wrong if you've ever had a pickled snap pea. They're fun to snack on, though, and they're crunchy. Big fan of snap peas and ranch. I got to use up this big ranch somehow. I have barely made a dent. I also have an orange pepper. But I don't know how like a regular bell pepper is pickled. Is that a thing? Never heard of it. Pickled apples are good? Is that a thing? Because I also have apples. I just didn't think that was a thing. What do you do with that? Just eat it? Pickled apple. Do you slice it and pickle them? Is it really good? James! Thank you for the 50. I say it like you're in trouble. James! What have you done? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get proper food, Shelby. In my defense, I did actually have a very good proper meal today. I ordered these frozen meals that are like really, really, really clean and good protein. And I'm going to have them as like one of my meals every day, roughly, sometimes less, because I'm also going to just start cooking very basic other clean meals. I'm done ordering. I'm done ordering except for special occasions, and like I need a mental health night. So I need a self-care night rather. And I feel like ordering something bad. But I'm on day 3 of not having ordered any food, and I got these meals that are really, really good for you. And they're really good. They're really, really good. And then I'm also going to do like pulled chicken that I can have as leftovers every week. That lasts the full week usually, actually. How long are you supposed to eat leftovers for? Like, what's the maximum amount of days before you like should not be reheating it anymore? Have I added myself as eating things probably longer than you're supposed to? I'm not sure. If it's in the fridge, it's okay for a bit, right? Like a few days. I'm sure it's fine. I haven't been sick yet. And I'm going to start my love me my meal of mac and cheese and sloppy joe mixed together. That's something that's a guilty pleasure and is also a pretty good meal, kind of healthy because I checked, and good protein. Generally a week. Oh, thank God, I'm in the clear. I wasn't ever eating anything longer than a week, but sometimes I make pulled chicken and it yields a lot of chicken. So I'll make like for 5 days a pulled chicken sandwich. And that's like, I got my frozen meals for 1 meal a week, and then I got my pulled chicken for 1 meal a week. I'm set. I'm good. And I can get fancy and cook fancy things when I feel like it every once in a while, which I do sometimes. I do love making fried eggs in the morning. I've been making grilled cheeses and a lot of sandwiches. I'm providing for myself. I don't need Uber Eats. And I don't need to eat a bag of chips as a meal instead. Character development. Do you consider yourself a good cook? I think yes. If you put me in a kitchen with ingredients and tell me to make something out of my brain, no, absolutely not. Give me a recipe. I follow instructions so good. Really good at following instructions, which is really all that cooking is. But also, if I'm left with only the ingredients that I have picked out, like what I have assembled in my fridge, I have a few different meals I can make that I would consider pretty good. I can make things a little bit fancy with my grilled cheeses, depending on, now I've learned jam on a grilled cheese is really, really good. I used to put a little bit of mustard, and then I also used to do one where you do honey and Spanish smoked paprika and butter, I believe. And you use that as the coating on the bread rather than butter by itself, or even mayo. That's another one, is mayo. Why Spanish? That's just the one I use. When I found this recipe, it said Spanish smoked paprika. I do believe there is regular smoked paprika, but I use the Spanish one, and I'm going to stick to using the Spanish one because it's good. Dude, that's going to make you a really good grilled cheese. And I always do 2 cheeses, so I feel even fancier, and I always cut diagonal. I'm a functioning adult, really. Basically. There's so many ways to spice up. And then I made a BLT the other, yeah, I'd say I'm a good cook. Just good, though. Not better than good at all. Not great. Just good. Enough. Not even good, but good enough. Which, in my opinion, is 1 step below good. Good enough is like good with conditions. The NZ Jester, thank you for the 100 bits. Pickled onions with slices of pickled chili. Whoa. I have a bell pepper. I don't have chili peppers. There's a brand sold here in New Zealand that said it was made in Italy. Ooh, I gotta go to Italy. Gotta go find this. If you cut grilled cheese vertically, I'm scared of you. Cutting it vertically, it was always easier for me to take the crust off. Actually, that doesn't even make sense because there's only 2 crusts when you do diagonal like 2 sides of crust. I wasn't the brightest of children. Diagonal is easier for eating and getting the least amount of crust if you don't want the crust. I leave that little inside corner out. I do not eat him. Number 1 rule of cooking, people like pointy food. Always, well, if that's the case, Scotch, cutting it vertical gives you more points. It's a point more each side. People just like triangles. Pizza's a triangle. Sandwich cut diagonally is a triangle. Tortilla chips are triangles. Quick, give me more. Quesadilla slices. If we're going to look at pizza as a slice, we're going to look at quesadilla as a slices too. Triangles. Any others? That's it, I think. Triangles is where, and a slice of anything, a pie. That's what I call pizza. Yeah, all good food is a triangle usually. Doritos. Yeah, I said tortilla chips I think is encompassing of all the Dorito family chips. I have now made myself starving. So I am gonna end for today, for our second stream of the day, that I just was bored. And I'm not bored anymore now. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna pickle, I think, and eat a snack. Or a food. Because a meal, a real big food. A big food rather than a small food. Because I did have only one big meal today. So I think I can afford it at 11:30 at night. A little bit more than a snack. 2 pouches of pickle. 2. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let me get the hugs that I may have missed during the stream now. Because I do believe there were a couple. I'm going to go put food in the microwave and judge cooking shows. I've been watching Queer Eye, which has like a little bit of cooking in it. It's got a little bit of everything in it. If you've never watched it, it's really good, and I've been bawling my eyes out every episode. Miss Corona bringing it in for a hug. Swamp Monster, thank you for subscribing. I literally cry so easy. I can know how sad something's about to be that someone's going to say, and I cry before they've said it. Because I just already know where they're going, you know? They start to tell their sad story, the music changes, and I just am already crying. Don't even know what the story is yet. But I'm in tears already. So I don't need help in the crying department. Oh, no. Oh, chip in a bag. Oh, I shouldn't use this arm, but I need it because I'm using my mouse on the other. Booster arm. Picked it for the left. I actually learned, I think I would have had an easier time using my mouse hand with the booster arm because the keyboard actually got really tiring. Diana, bring it in for a hug. Magic Life. Maud. Onyx Eye. I got that one. True. Oh, that was a hydrate. I hope I did it. I drank all my water. I've been drinking tons of water lately. Tons and tons. Athena. Taylor Pop. Midlife Crisis. Same. Ow. Bring it in for a hug. I gotta stretch the arm out. That's what they say. You just gotta keep moving it. You gotta keep moving it. It'll make it less sore in the end. Tomorrow probably would have been much worse if I didn't move it around as much as I do today. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna eat something. I might make a grilled cheese with jam, because now that I've talked about it, it sounds good, and that's like a good in-between big full meal and snack. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese and pickle a thing. This is exciting. This night has become just really exciting for me all of a sudden. I'm gonna send you guys off. This is our second raid of the day. We'll pick someone different this time. Dude. I'm gonna have you guys read Greg. He's just chatting. We can keep the chatting vibes. You can get to know a whole new person, which in my opinion is just a fun thing to do. If you don't know him, he's such a swell dude. Go be the absolute nicest people in his chat. If you don't know the rules, ask the mods so you don't accidentally break them. And go bring good vibes. Go bring your good vibes there. And thank you for bringing your good vibes here tonight again for the second time today. I will not be live tomorrow. It is my day off. But I'll be on Twitter, probably. And I'll see you on Sunday. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.